So Monica and I are doing the Cholla Trail for Camelback, and as you can tell, we're having to walk a decent ways to get to the trail. And this is kind of one of the downsides to doing the Cholla Trail, is you have to sometimes park a long ways away before you even get to the trailhead. So it took us about a mile from the parking lot to get to the trailhead.
Much for joining us. Love your work on Crime Online and other places as well. And I want to begin with what you all posted, which was this story with these photos from witnesses who were there that saw the couple. What can you tell us about the photo? Because you spoke to these witnesses. We're looking at it right now on the website.
That's right. There at the time that Angela and Dario were hiking 2 weeks ago, tomorrow, Friday, there was a group of 7 men who had traveled to Phoenix to celebrate a bachelor party, and they had also gone on a hike that same morning. And 3 of them that I spoke to believe that they saw the couple, or at least one or 2 of them, and they all spoke to Dario at the bottom of the trail when he was looking for Angela. One of those hikers believes that he saw Angela after she had turned back on her own, and that is the first time. We just found this out a few days ago. That is the first person that we've talked to that had seen her and spoke to her after she separated from Dario. But all 3 of those hikers did have a lot to say, and at least 2 of them have been in contact with police to try and share their observations about what they saw.
And that might be a big reason why they're saying no foul play suspected. You know, you look at that photo that you all posted from one of those hikers, and if in fact that's Dario and Angela, it looks like she's turning and going in the other direction, and he's walking sort of away from her. And I don't see water anywhere. Right.
He told police that they did not bring water, which is kind of shocking. It was 105 degrees that day, maybe more. This was late morning. It was scorching hot from the very beginning of the day. Angela's friends and family have a lot of trouble with the fact that they did go up on this hike without water, because she is a very physically fit person. She's very active. She was very into nutrition and hydration. Her family and friends say that she wouldn't have done that. But the witness who believes that he saw her walking back down says that she told him too that she didn't have water. So both Dario and Angela are believed to have told people that they did not bring water on this hiking trail, which is hard to believe.
It's hard to believe and incredibly sad if that's what ended up happening here. Erica Morse, we've been covering this story for a few days, and we're getting more and more details. To me, this picture tells me a lot, because I'm wondering, you didn't take water? You just separated? And it seems like these witnesses, these hikers who were there, are somewhat corroborating all of that.
Yes. First of all, anyone who's ever hiked in the Southwest in 105-degree heat, which I have, knows that you don't go out there without water. This is so hard for me to wrap my head around, because it's just the #1 rule. Second, there were 7 other people from a bachelor party. Did any of them offer her water? I'm not sure if there's a criminal negligence anywhere, but there sure seems like a lot of moral negligence and just a lack of observation as to perhaps how much in danger she was at the time. I'm not sure. Maybe there was an argument. Maybe there was a frustration. Maybe there was something that just said, you know, I'm going one way, you go the other. But again, I'm not sure there's a criminal aspect to this, but this is a sad and really preventable situation all around.
Absolutely. Chris McDonough, the other part of this is, I've always thought that when you fly, you get dehydrated. And all this is happening very quickly within 24 hours. So, I mean, she lands in the desert dehydrated already, and then he takes her out on this hike without water?
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Vinny. And I think obviously the ME is going to give us a little information into that when some of the tox results come back. And, whether there's been any Arizona statutes, violated at this point, obviously that will at some point be determined in totality. The question is going to be, what was necessarily the intent of this officer who, by department policy, working for the city of Phoenix, is held to a higher standard. And if he is on the side dating, and this young lady, flies in from Boston and is not familiar with the terrain, well, then his training and experience is going to be questioned it's going to be scrutinized by the department. Because quite frankly, in a situation like this, if this is his date and they are halfway up the mountain and she wants to turn around, well, he knows those conditions out there. He at least had a moral obligation to follow her down the hill.
Yeah, I think that's the big problem that a lot of folks have. I mean, there's, I don't see a crime here, and I don't think there's going to be a crime here. We'll find out from the medical examiner report. But Ellen, let me ask you, was there any indication that there was some sort of an argument or something that may have occurred here rather than her just being, I'm tired? Because why on earth, if a woman flies across the country to see you for the first time and she's not feeling well, to walk away from her, I don't understand that.
That is mind-boggling, and that's a question that we all have, that Angela's friends and family all have as well. Why did he allow her to walk back down on her own when this was completely unfamiliar terrain for her? The only indication that we have that there may have been some type of dispute is an interaction that occurred right around the time that we think that photo was taken. Some of the hikers that I spoke to were near, that one of the hikers that I spoke to took this photo, so they were fairly near Angela at the time that they split up. And we think that photo was taken just at the moment that Angela turned around. They weren't close enough to hear anything that was being said, but one of the hikers from that bachelor party did say that it looked as though there may have been some type of dispute. They seemed to be having a conversation, and he said it did not look amicable, but they didn't hear anything that was said. And the hiker who saw her, we believe after that point, did not believe that she seemed particularly upset.
Erica, you could, they're meeting for the first time, right? They're going back and forth on Instagram. They're becoming friends. They're both obviously very attractive, young, fit, all of that. So they have that in common. Maybe it's not a love connection on this hike. It's a bizarre first date, first of all. Let me tell you. But all that aside, should there be, and I don't know how to put this. It's so wrong, but there's nothing that anyone can do about it, is the way I'm looking at this whole story, other than just be incredibly sad.
It feels like that. I think sometimes we think that police officers are infallible, and they're not. They're humans. And this man was, in all fairness, not in uniform at the time of this incident, of the time of this death.
It was late morning Friday when Angela and Dario started their hike on Camelback Mountain. Phoenix police say the two had no water with them for the hike, but on top of that, Angela was alone when she died, something her friends say is not okay.
As a cop, as a first responder, you're supposed to help people. Why would you not walk her back down? Why would you continue to walk back up?
It makes no sense.
It does not make any sense.
Phoenix police tell us Dizdar told first responders Angela said he should continue on the hike to get pictures for her social media. In the Phoenix heat with no water, that's when she headed back down the trail and ultimately collapsed and died.
I think a lot of people are wondering, he is a Phoenix police officer, he's in public safety. Wouldn't he know better than to leave somebody on that trail when it's that hot, especially if she was suffering from any sort of heat exhaustion? What's your response to that?
The family of 31-year-old Angela Tramonte have many questions about what happened here.
We didn't think it was a good idea for her to go out there, but we never in a million years thought that this could ever happen.
Investigators say Tramonte and the man she was visiting were hiking up Camelback Mountain in Phoenix when she decided to turn back halfway up the mountain because of the scorching heat. Authorities said the man who was hiking with Tramonte didn't turn around with her and instead continued up the mountain. The high temperature in Phoenix that day, 104 degrees.
She's never hiked before and she's never done anything like this, but he still allowed her, and him knowing the conditions and the heat and what that would do to a person, but you still allowed her to walk down that mountain alone.
He told investigators that when he returned to the car, he couldn't find her, so he called 911. Emergency workers located her body nearly 4 hours later. Authorities in Arizona said the investigation is not complete, but they believe that Tramonte was dehydrated because of the extreme temperatures. The Phoenix Fire Department says this would have been an expert-level hike.
It's a dangerous mountain. If you were to really look at it like a ski mountain, this is a double diamond, and it says it on the trail.
Loved ones told us Tramonte was born and raised in Saugus and had most recently been living in Winthrop. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help with funeral expenses. So we posted this to our Facebook page last night, and already people are commenting. Some people are wondering, why would you even attempt this hike in the brutal heat in Phoenix in the summertime? Other people are saying, well, if you did and she wasn't feeling well, why didn't he walk back with her? Why did he just abandon her? We want to know what you think. Hey, while you're here, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Elizabeth Hopkins, Boston 25 News.
We reached out to Phoenix PD with questions about this story. They responded late this afternoon. They say they don't know what specific questions were asked by fire and park personnel, but in a recorded interview, Dizdar told them this was his first time hiking the Echo Canyon Trail. They also say investigators found proof of a rideshare trip on his phone. Police say the investigation into Tramonte's death continues. Dizdar is cooperating, and there is no indication of foul play. You can find all of Dave's reporting on this story and watch our ABC 15 investigators on demand on our ABC 15.
All right, sorry about that, ladies and gents. Okay, so what do we got here? Well, first of all, we have we have a story that is full of contradictions. As the law enforcement would refer to it, a story that is full of holes, ladies and gentlemen. Picture a bucket of water with holes in it. Doesn't really hold weight, doesn't hold water. I can come up with more cliches all day, but what do we got here? First one saying Phoenix police response to media says they don't know specifics asked by the firefighters. So in other words, the firefighters had asked him certain questions. He responded, yeah, I know the trail, top to bottom. I hike at this time of day all the time. Said that Officer Dario Dizdar said it was his first time. Obviously, there's a contradiction. You can't hike it all the time or be your first time. It's either one or the other. So there's a contradiction there that implies that he's lying. Investigators found proof of rideshare trip. It also shows that the investigation into Tramonte's death continues, so it has not been finalized yet. So hopefully they do that autopsy report. Hopefully they connect the dots, and hopefully he is charged beyond a reasonable doubt, because a jury should decide his fate at this point. It could be first-degree murder, second-degree murder, manslaughter charge, you know. But they're saying no signs of foul play. To say there's zero signs of foul play, now that's just outlandish and outrageous, because it shows that Phoenix Fire and Police Department have shown signs, in my personal opinion, that they're covering this up. So please like and share. Please get this out there. This is very, very important. This young lady is dead, ladies and gentlemen. She's 6 feet under or in the morgue. I don't even know if they've done her funeral yet. I don't know if she's being cremated or buried, but she's dead. She's gone. We got to be a voice for her. We got to speak up, all of us. Share this on your Instagram, share it on your frickin' Twitter, your Twitch, your tweet, whatever. Tweet it out, your frickin' Facebook. Please.
Going to take you up Camelback Mountain. This is one of the most popular hikes in Metro Phoenix, and a hike that we've done before many times, but since we are participating in the 6-pack of peak challenge that we talked about in a previous episode, we decided to do this hike one more time. Hey guys, we are at the trailhead of Camelback Mountain here in Phoenix for the second peak of the 6-pack of peaks challenge. There are 2 trails that take you up the mountain, and this time we decided to go up Echo Canyon Trail and come down via Cholla Trail. the first legit rest spot, I would say. Today I was hoping for the trail to be less busy compared to usual, because Camelback Mountain boat trails are usually the busiest trails in the city, but even with the COVID-19, it's like there are a lot of people. We're getting now to this section here with a little bit more stairs and then rails, so quite a bit of scrambling, but it's the part that I'm excited for most. Here goes Uncle Todd, Alex, looking pal number 2, and Thomas down there. It was the perfect weather to be on the trail, especially with the sun out and with the beautiful and colorful wildflowers. You're doing great.
Let's get all the way up here and sit down. We'll take a nice top.
High five. Whoop. We're getting to the end of the trail here with the last push on Echo Canyon Trail, and I can already see Alex up top with Thomas, and can't wait to show you the view from up there. We're here at the top of Camelback Mountain.
Yeah, it's the second mountain in our peak, our 6-pack of peaks challenge.
And we can't wait to show you the view here. We're now going down Cholla Trail, and we already worked on the arrangements about parking the car in a different trailhead, and can't wait to show you the views here. The trail is marked pretty well, and I think they do a good job here of making sure that there are enough markers on the way down. These reflectors here are new. I don't remember seeing them last time we were here. I only had the paint, which is pretty cool for nighttime hiking.
Yeah, there are 1 or 2 spots where you could easily get lost if you didn't know where you were going. And these will, I bet you these will make it easy.
We're pretty much done with the scrambling here, and we're at the helicopter landing spot. So the rest of the hike is going to be straightforward. Hi.
Hi. I'm in the photo, I'm in the photo, I'm in the photo.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast. This is good. It's good weather for this.
Yep.
It really is. So it looks like when there's a rescue being done up here, somebody has some need for help. They have this rescue in progress sign. They'll string it up or chain it up between 3 of these metal poles here.
The one thing that this trails offers that compared to Eco Canyon Trail is a nice view of all the houses here in Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, and the golf courses. We're coming to the end of this trail here. Second peak, 4 more to go.
Thank you guys for watching. If you